Hello and a very good morning from BBC London. I'm Alice Salfield. People living near Garrett Lane in Wimbledon are still being advised to keep their doors and windows closed more than 3 days after a fire broke out in a recycling centre. The way the Met polices large-scale events and festivals will come under scrutiny at City Hall today. It's hoped travelling by train could be about to get a bit easier for deaf people. Now, London's newest air ambulance has taken to the air. Okay, let's take a look at now let's get a check on the weather with Kate. That's it. Head to our website to read about the devastating impact on a South London food bank after it had several £1,000s worth of stock stolen on Sunday. Now it's back to Nina and John. Bye-bye. Thanks, Lewis. On BBC London, the two grieving dads calling for compulsory knife crime lessons. Good afternoon. Welcome to BBC London this Wednesday lunchtime. I'm Alice Salfield. Two fathers whose teenage sons were fatally stabbed 15 years apart are calling for compulsory knife crime lessons in primary schools. Colin Knox's 18-year-old son Robert was murdered outside a London bar while defending his brother. In an emotional exchange, Colin met for the first time with Martin Cossa, whose 17-year-old son Charlie was stabbed at a party last year. They say the Prime Minister needs to do something different to tackle the increasing issue. Well, the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, told a knife crime summit at Downing Street this week that he'll double down on measures to tackle knife crime, whilst the Policing Minister, Dame Diana Johnson, said within schools there is relationships and sex education, where schools have the flexibility to raise issues like knife crime. At the moment, there is a review of what's taught, and this is one of the things that's being looked at. And if you need any support... Next, after a 2-year fundraising campaign, London's newest air ambulance has taken to the sky as it prepares to come into service in a couple of weeks. The charity behind them has raised £15 million to replace 2 ageing helicopters serving London's major trauma hospitals. Carl Mercer has been to take a look. Now, if you've been watching our programme recently, you might have heard the story of the bride-to-be, whose wedding dress, along with all of her possessions and those of more than 80 other people, was destroyed in the Dagenham Tower Block fire just over 2 weeks ago. Well, today we can bring you some happy news. The bridal shop she bought it from have gifted her a replacement dress just in time for the couple to fly to Poland for their ceremony. Victoria Cook has more. All the best to them on their wedding. Time now for a check on the weather. Here's Kate. That's all from BBC London. Thanks for watching. And as always, you can stay up to date throughout the day on our website and the BBC News app. Now, though, it's back to Lewis Vaughan-Jones with the rest of the BBC News at 1. Have a lovely day and take care.